Oh shit. All right. 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 What is good? What is good? What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, you know who I is. The good doc, Dr. Mike, back again, once again, with another classic live stream for that ass today. Sincerely hoped everybody is blessed. Sincerely hoped everybody's having a good one. Doc is having a fantastic one. My apologies for being 6 minutes late. I can't help myself. I just like being late. I'm fashionably, casually, always late. So if I'm only here talking to myself for the meantime in between time, I'm perfectly okay with that. You know I could care less, all right? So the official time check, 8:37 in the PM for everybody repping that East Coast. That makes it about 7:37 in the PM for everybody repping Central. That makes it about 5:37 in the PM for everybody repping West Coast, and of course 8:37 in the AM Philippine Standard Time. Wherever you are reporting in the world today, madaming salamat sa lahat. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Good Doc Dr. Mike TV, and I sincerely hope that you guys enjoyed this show because this show is going to be awesome. All right. So without further ado, you guys already know what to do. Come into the building, likes up, caress, molest, and de-stress that like button. Definitely check out the ebooks, check out the masterclass. You guys already know where to find that information. It should be listed in the links in the description area below. Sometimes it shows up, sometimes it does not. So if it's not there, you know where to find it, okay? And for anybody who wants to support the good doc, please feel free to do so. But of course, he is happy that you guys come through, spend a little bit of time with him today. Now, you guys may remember this. What was it? Maybe about a couple of live streams ago, we were talking about marriage. I can't even remember particularly what that particular topic was about. Give me a second, I'll find it. Because, oh yeah, about a guy or getting proposed to or asking about marriage talk after only talking to a young lady for about a month or so. That was what that particular live stream was about. You know, girl was already asking particular questions about when are you going to propose and when are we going to do this and when are we going to do that? You guys remember that when y'all watched it or you guys were already a part of it. But today, I want to talk about something totally important, but something that a lot of people overlook. All right? I hope you test drive that ride before you commit to that ride. Okay. I sincerely hope that you test drive before committing to that ride. AKA, I hope and pray that my fellow gentlemen will know what they're marrying before they're married. Okay. Now, if many of you guys don't know what the good doc is putting down, sit back, relax, grab your popcorn, and enjoy the show. All right. So I did hear a rumor. Doc's always getting the 411 on people. I don't know why people choose to communicate such information to me. I guess they know that I'm never going to talk about it out loud, say names, but I'm definitely fond of making live streams in reference to things that I've heard. So I did hear a rumor, not sure if it's true, but rumor has it that there are still men out there willing to marry Filipinas without understanding the intimacy aspect of their relationship. Let me say that one more time. There are still men out there that are willing to marry Filipinas without understanding the intimacy aspect of their relationship. Unless it's for religious reasons or things beyond your control, there should never, and the doc means never, be a reason why you shouldn't be able to test drive before committing to that ride. There is absolutely zero reason, unless it's religion or reasons beyond your control, that you should not test drive before committing to that ride. Now, many of you guys may remember this. Some of you guys may not. If you guys are new to the channel, you'll probably not remember this particular video, but I made a video a while back. All right. I think the title was waiting to get married before you get some is a joke to me. I'm going to task somebody who's listening to me right now. I know you guys are trying to pay attention to the live stream. I know, but I need to put you guys to task real quick. There was a video that I did, something about waiting until marriage is like a joke. Waiting to have, be with your young lady before marriage is a joke. I made a video about that a while back, and I want to see if somebody can find that video and post it here in the chat, the link to it. I want to say that it was part of season 1. I don't remember if I tagged it in season 1. I just don't remember. But if you guys can find it, super kudos to you. You'll get a super shout out and all of the above. Okay. But again, I made that video before and I got a ton of backlash. I mean, Filipinas were hating on me because I made that video. You know, what did they say to me? I'm trying to remember. They were hating on me. They were like, how dare you say that to us? And we're going to get you kicked out of the Philippines and all of that stuff. There were threats and all kinds of shit that these girls were throwing at the good doc. And if you find the video, all you have to do is go to the comment section and you'll see they were talking about writing me up and getting me kicked out the country, whole bunch of stuff, all because I said, and this was the basic general synopsis of that video. If you never get to see it, all I said was, I think it's a joke for anybody to wait until marriage, to get some. Now, like I said in the beginning of this live stream, unless it's for religious reasons or reasons beyond your control, those are the only two how can I say this, variables that I would commit to admitting to that would be the reason why you should not. All right. But I had to explain it to them. I had to explain it to the Filipinos because a lot of them don't understand my demeanor. A lot of them don't understand how I deliver my topics. A lot of them don't understand me at all. All right. So I had to try my best to explain it to them. And the way that I explained it to them was a little something like this. I think that intimacy is not the most important part of a relationship, but it is a very important part of the relationship. I'll say it again. Intimacy is not the most important part of a relationship, but it is a very, and I mean very important part of the relationship. As I tried to explain it to the Filipinas, I said it goes both ways, ladies. It goes both ways. Any woman that can look at me with a straight face and tell me that she's perfectly okay with a sexless relationship is either playing you or playing herself, because she would only say that if she has not gotten any or she hasn't been done right. Okay. Any woman that would honestly sit here and tell me that intimacy as part of the relationship isn't important at all, or that they could really be with somebody without having intimacy, is either lying to themselves, lying to you, trying to play you, or they just haven't had an intimacy moment that they really genuinely care about to brag about. All right. Some of them just haven't been done right. Let's keep it 100. Let me even remotely try to hold out on my lady, and you will see a whole demeanor change quickly. The demeanor will change quickly. And that's just something you don't play with. I think any man would know this if they're actually doing it right. Okay. I think that any man would know this if they're actually doing it right. Now, these Filipinos that were upset with me, I tried to explain it to them. I'm like, look, it goes the same for you, because what if you get into a relationship with this guy? What if you like this guy? What if he's everything on the outside that you really expect or really wanted to, in your foreigner or your man? But then you guys get together, you have your moments, you have your moments, but those moments aren't what you thought that they would be. You understand? What if you actually get into the intimacy moment or the intimacy aspect of your relationship with the foreigner, whoever you're dating, come to find out it's not what you thought it would be? So now you both are just basically miserable in the relationship. And the reason that I say you're going to be miserable is because I think you would be a fool from the female or the male perspective to sit there and tell me that being intimate with your significant other is not important to you. Tell me I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. If there's any female listening to me right now, I see we got 19 watching. Y'all make sure you get the likes up. Any girl in the chat right now, could you honestly say with a straight face that you're okay with the sexless relationship? One, could you honestly tell me that you would be okay if you guys weren't compatible sexually in a relationship, but you're already married? So what is that relationship going to be like? Y'all just going to sit there and stare at each other? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, tell me the truth. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to anybody else in the chat. Gentlemen, same rules apply. Would you be okay? I want you to press 1. I want you to press 1 if you would be okay. Press 0 if the answer is hell to the no. Okay? To the question. Press 0 if it's no. Press 1 if it's yes. Would you be okay with waiting until marriage to be intimate with your significant other? And I want you to explain to me why. Explain to me why or why not. Explain to me the reason why you would not be okay with waiting that long, or explain to me why you would be okay with waiting until marriage to be intimate with your significant other. I just can't see any man in their right mind saying anything like that. I don't even believe there's a man that will part his lips to ever say anything like that. But again, it goes both ways, because this rumor out here that I'm hearing has me feeling a certain kind of way, because there's a gentleman out here who is potentially waiting for marriage to be with the Filipina, because it was stated that they could not be intimate before marriage. All right. This is the reason this particular topic is coming to you gentlemen as we speak. There is somebody out there, rumor has it, that is actually in the process of actually probably potentially getting engaged to say I do before he's had a chance to test the waters. Gentlemen, where did we go wrong? Now I understand tradition is important. Let's keep it in perspective, gentlemen, because you got to respect your woman. Okay, let's be honest. Let's at least from that particular aspect understand the fact that we got to be honest with ourselves, and we got to be honest with our significant others. If you love your woman, you'll take your time. All right. If it's somebody that you genuinely see yourself with, you're not gonna rush it. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You're not gonna rush it. I got that. Nobody's gonna rush it. You understand? And if you like the woman, you wouldn't do it. But there's just no way in hell that I could look at a man dead in the face and say, you know what? You should wait until marriage to get with that girl. She's such a good girl. I think that you should wait to put a ring on it first before you tag it. I could not, in good conscience, tell another foreigner that, or any guy from that particular aspect, that you should wait until marriage to get yours. I believe intimacy is a very, very important part. And if I'm not intimately compatible with my significant other, same rule should apply for you. Then why the fuck are we gonna get married? Why are we even talking about this? Yes, you're beautiful. Yes, you seemingly have the attributes and the behavior in a Filipina that I've always looked for. Yes, I can see myself with you long term. But yet, and still, baby, I need to know that, you know, me and you are compatible on a level that is going to be considered, in my personal opinion, the top, not top priority, but damn near the top of the things that we're going to do as a couple. Last thing I want to do is get with somebody I'm not intimately compatible with. You feel me? And like I said, besides that, there are too many risk factors involved in not doing it before you get into a relationship. You know, there's too many aspects that you should take into consideration before marriage. And I think that if you do not do it before you get married, you run a risk. You know, what if you don't like it when you do it? Ladies, same rules apply. What if you're not happy with the size of your guy? You understand? What if you're a gentleman? What if it has a pungent smell? Let's be honest with the potential risk factors that come with waiting until marriage. You need to test drive that ride before committing to that ride. And it goes both ways, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not saying this to be disrespectful. I'm not saying this to be a jack off. I'm not saying this to be an asshole. I'm saying it to be real with you. I'm saying it to let you individuals know, male or female, from both ends of the spectrum, burn both ends of the candle, the wick, the stick, however you say it. You can't do it with somebody you're not compatible with. Trust me, there were a bunch of girls that I was with. And I was like, man, she has potential. I said that about a lot of girls. She has potential. Next thing I know, you know, maybe she's, you know, playing the shy role. Maybe she's not interested in, you know, hooking up or something like that. And I played it cool. I'm like, all right, you know, but I had to let her know. I was like, look, I said, I like you. I care about you a lot. And I can see myself with you long term. But I kind of feel like we both need to understand if we have this particular intimate connection with each other. We already have the emotional and the communication connection that is necessary for this relationship to survive and thrive. You know, I had to get intellectual on that ass. I'm telling you, this doctorate degree is going to come in handy when you're trying to finesse yourself into some panties. Anyways, like I said, I was like, you know, we got to be able to connect with each other on this intimate level. I mean, I feel like we both need to know if this is something that we're both compatible on. Now, if she's a virgin, I'm done with that. I'm sorry, I couldn't do that. You know, I wouldn't take any girl's V card before marriage, if that's really true. But that's not the point here. That's not the point. But that was just a personal decision on my own. But if I know that she's been intimate with somebody before or whatever, or she's openly told me that she's been in a relationship with somebody before, me and her got to see if we're compatible, ladies and gentlemen. Me and her have got to see. There's just no ifs, ands, or asses about it. I cannot wait until marriage to roll that dice to see if it smells right, and she shouldn't roll that dice to see if it's big enough to fit something that's nice and tight. If it don't work, it don't work, ladies and gentlemen. That's the rule that I'm trying to say, and that's the only thing that I'm trying to encourage both male and female at the sound of my voice right now. You got to understand if you are intimately and sexually compatible with your significant other. There's nothing else you can do about it. And for those that really choose to wait until marriage, I'm just gonna say that's a risk that I'm personally never willing to take. And it would be surprising if you come across any individual that is open to the idea of waiting until marriage to be intimate with their significant other. And that's my time, ladies and gentlemen. That is all I wanted to say to you guys today. Definitely interested to hear what you guys have to say in the chat today. I'm going to run through and read the comments now, but I see we got 25 watching. Let me see what my like to dislike counter is, because somebody probably disliked me because Doc is being honest. We'll see. We got 13 likes, man. That's cool. So about 13, 14 likes. We got about 25 watching. Y'all make sure y'all caress, molest, and de-stress that like button. Come on now. Don't play with me. You know Doc is putting in that work tonight, so don't play with your boy. All right? But again, thank you all for showing up, and thank you all for listening to me rant and rave about my nonsense. Mr. Smith, appreciate you spending some time with the good Doc. Tommy, Doc would be late to his own funeral if he wasn't already dead. So I'm going to always be late. I'm fashionably late. This is how this game goes, all right? So NY Mets fan, much love to you, my G. Appreciate you spending time with the good Doc. Reggie Dollars, I got you, my homie. Fellow traveler, what's good with you? Pedro, I see you scoping and looking, and I see y'all picking up what the good Doc is putting down. Shout out to my boy Derek Floyd. Good to see you back, man. It's been a minute. He said, always test drive and inspect before you put the down payment down. Exactly. You should never in a million years. I'm telling you, as a man who's been through it, as a man who knows what is good in the hood, as a man who is well aware of what all gentlemen should be doing before committing to something in such a long-term aspect. Take your time, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to rush the situation. This is yours. If you know what's going to be yours, take your time. But make sure you really know what you're getting yourself into. All right? Now, there'll be a couple of guys that'll be like, man, you've been intimate with your young lady for a significant amount of time, and you kind of tired of it. Some guys do that shit. Not quite. All right? At least you know what you're getting yourself into. Sometimes that new stuff may not be what you thought it was going to be. Sometimes that grass is not always greener on the other side. John Doe was good with you, man. I appreciate you coming through. Rain Man was good with you. He said my reference was okay. You guys were talking about something else. I'm sorry. My man Channel 19 was good with you. He says forget religion when it comes to sex in a relationship. That is true. That is very, very true. Some things you have to forego. Again, like I said, if it's a religious thing or a religious reason as to why you choose to let me further know that me and you cannot be intimate until we get married, then I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now that I don't think that I am the one for you. Guys, give me a split second. I have to plug some stuff in. Hold on 1 second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Doc is back. But yeah, I think that there are a lot of things to take into consideration when it comes to that. But you got to make sure that you understand what's real and what's fake. All right. My man Quentin Willis was good, showing some love all the way from Atlanta, G8, the ATL. Appreciate you coming through and showing love. I see a lot of zeros coming through. But yeah, it's the truth. I don't think that a man in their right mind would do that. But rumor has it there's somebody who's going to do it. And I believe it. I don't believe this person has a reason to lie to me. So we shall see when it comes through. I'm waiting for it. If it shows up on my feed, I'm done. I'm done with this shit. But then again, let's be honest. I would probably go out on a limb and probably say, well, me and her didn't do anything yet. If it is for the woman to save face, I'm willing to say no, we didn't, even though I know we did, if it saves face for the young lady. Sometimes girls don't like to be dimed out like that. Sometimes a young lady likes to keep the intimacy aspects of a relationship to themselves. If you ask me today, I tell you right now, I'm a virgin. I would wonder how many people would actually believe me if I told you I still hold my V card. If any of you believe that, press 1. If you believe the good doc still holds his V card, let me know. Because if it means that I can still get mine behind the scenes and all I have to do is come out and say that I ain't never touch it, every single time I do that. No doubt. My man John Doe says Filipinas love sex, so whoever said that has a local BF doing her. Same rules apply. I agree with you 100%. Jared is cool. What's going on, bro? He says I got to test the waters first. Yes. John Doe, you really believe that? Oh, that hurts my feelings. But you know what? I'm probably one of those Olympic class Simpson shit. Like I said, if you believe it, press 1. I'm good. I'll take that, L. Someone says you've already explained how. Hey, I can't tell you who it is or why they're doing it, but some people are telling me that somebody's out there trying to hold down the fort and be the knight in shining armor and play the role. But we'll get into that in a minute. Derek, if I fall, I'll be upset too, man. He said it's possible, but the guy has to have complete knowledge of the girl's history. It's very rare that a guy will come across the complete knowledge of a girl's history, but anything is possible. Some girls are very transparent. I've met some Filipinas that are very transparent. As a matter of fact, I know some girls who openly admit to things that I wish they never admitted to. But sometimes girls do that. My boy JDDE Raptor in the building. What's good with you? Devontae said they rush it so that the woman is forced to be with them. It's like a woman having a baby with a man to hold him down. True that. I agree. My man Jared says, I need to know that them walls is good. Exactly. I need to know the same. I need to test the waters. I need to know that me and you are compatible on that level. That. My man DE says if she can't do my bad, guys. I'm sorry. My man DE says if she can't do it before, there's no guarantee she'll do it after. That's true. That is an aspect that we have yet to discuss. Just because she turns you down beforehand doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to get it after. You know, that's something that's very much overlooked as well. So I'm definitely getting right. Nah, fellow traveler, I had my thing on mute. That was my apologies. It wasn't the internet. I hope not. My man Daniel Tanner says, what's going on, Dr. Mike? Much love to you. Philippine vlogs, what's going on? 16 likes, no 16 likes. Okay, we're good. No dislikes. Bet. My man Pissed Off Driver says, I have read that sex dies after marriage. And if it does, so what? If it does, then I don't know what to tell you, bro. It depends on the young lady, but I don't really see that in a Filipina. I don't see that happening in Filipinas. A lot of Filipinas definitely, I don't know what to tell you, but a lot of Filipinas, I have yet to come across a Filipina that turns down, intimacy after marriage. I mean, you must either suck at it or you're not putting forth effort in it or something, or she ain't putting in effort. I don't know. But again, same rules apply, ladies and gentlemen. It goes both ways. But again, you're not guaranteed to get it after, even if she says that you can't get it before. Scott, what's going on with you, man? You agree with John Doe? Not too much to disagree with. He says if they're okay with not screwing you, there's usually getting some from somewhere else. Chances are there's another foreigner or sugar daddy that's getting it, or the local boyfriend for sure. My man says if you don't like what the girl is telling you, grow a pair and move on. Touche. Agreed. Much agree. Shout out to my man Alaskan Whiskey, man. Long time no see, my G. Appreciate you being here and showing love to the good Dr. Mike T. V. John Doe, I am not a pimp on the internet. No good. It's not going to work for me. Sam One says, it doesn't matter. The amount of time is too short to be talking about marriage. There's no way you can know your partner that quick. In the amount of time that I'm talking about, it's definitely less than a year. Definitely less than a year. Shout out to my man Tim H. What's good? My man Chella 19 says, it's true sex goes down the drain after marriage. Been married 3 times, so I think I know. I'm not gonna disagree that it doesn't happen. I mean, but there's gotta be ways to keep it pushing. I mean, there's gotta be ways. I mean, I kind of feel like y'all both gotta give up on it. But if that's the case, then nobody can be mad at me should I choose to have me a little bit of extracurricular activity. I don't think that I should be judged for having extracurricular activity if somebody ain't putting out. That's just the way I see it, but we'll see. We shall see. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about test driving that ride before committing to that ride. You understand? From the aspect of us as gentlemen being intimate with our young ladies, our Filipinas or whatnot, you have to take it into consideration that if you are not doing what's right, then it's always gonna go wrong. And like my people say, man, if she's okay with having a sexless relationship, then there's a high percentage chance that somebody else is enjoying the fruits of your labor. I call it the fruits of your labor because you're putting in all the work, probably tricking and treating in the most innocent aspect humanly possible, but somebody else is on the side getting it and not having to put out close to anything at all. And this has always been true with females in the realest perspective. This isn't just Asian women, it ain't just Filipino women, it's not just American women or westernized women. You can always find in just about every situation where the guy is tricking out and doing all of this nonsense, being the simp that you know most of these guys are, paying for them, feeding them, doing all of this stuff. There's always somebody that is naturally on the other end of the spectrum that is putting out zero and getting it all. It's the craziest thing. It is the craziest thing. But I love it. It is what we do. Shout out to my boy SML. What's good with you, man? Fellow travelers, Dr. Mike, you are coming into the game on a Western mindset. You are going against cultural barriers on this subject. In what particular perspective? I'm going against cultural barriers in what particular perspective? Are we talking about courting and all of that other stuff? Because courting is awesome, man, if you know how to do it right. I mean, I would construe the situation or what it is about what I said so that we can address verbatim what I said so that we can make it happen. Let me know. My man Tim says, well, you're right. You got to see if there's good chemistry. Intimacy is definitely an important aspect of any relationship. All right, that's what I'm going to say. People are talking about there's no sex after marriage. I don't know that to be true. A lot of people are telling me it is. But like I said, I feel that if that's the case, if that is the case, you know what I would do? I'd be like, yeah, I'll just go holler at somebody else. And there shouldn't be no problem with that. John Chance, what's good with you, man? Shout out to my boy Jerry from Philippines and beyond, man. It's about time he made it. He's been doing a countdown for that one a long time. My man, fellow traveler says, Philippine culture is to commit from day one. The Western mindset of dating is dating before commitment. No, that's not what I'm talking about. No. I mean, if you really want to know exactly what this particular topic is in reference to what I'm talking about, all I said was I think that you should test the waters before marriage. That's all I'm saying. It's not so much. I mean, tell me what man in their right mind. Honestly, I understand Philippine culture, courting, the whole nine. I get that. But you have to be able to explain it to your young lady in a way in which she understands. You want to make sure that you are emotionally, not culturally, but emotionally and physically compatible. That requires intimacy in the moment. And I'm only talking about intimacy from the level of if you plan on committing to that long term. You know what I'm saying? If you tell me you're willing to commit to a young lady before you get some of that, I don't know what to tell you. I find that to be scary. I do. And it's not so much dating. I mean, I would hope that you would date that young lady for a significant amount of time before you even remotely think of marriage. But we do have some gentlemen out there who like to pull the trigger very fast, trigger happy, type of person that, pre-ejaculates, type of person who blows their wad rather early, and they jump the gun very quickly. We have some individuals like that. I mean, it happens to the best of them, but, I'm talking about it more specifically from the aspect of marriage. You can't marry any girl before you test those waters. That is all I'm talking about. As far as dating, the whole courting and all of that stuff, I believe in taking my time in that. If I'm able to connect with a woman on an emotional level, a communication level, we're pretty much compatible on that. We vibe very well. Then we've knocked out 2 out of the 3 most important parts of being in a long-term relationship. Okay, hold on. I'll get to that one in a minute, bro, because I might agree to disagree. Let me finish reading what you got to say, but I'll get to that in a minute. My man John Chan says you have to try all the tools before you buy the farm. Correct. In order for marriage to work, couples have to be sexually compatible. Agree. Scott says that's right. Got to test drive these women and have your mechanic look them over. There ain't no warranty on these bitches. True that. Frederick Mates from the great state of North Carolina. Appreciate you showing love. Got you. Rayman says you make sure your tool fits the socket before you take it for a ride. Exactly. Fellow traveler says the physical part of a relationship is only a very small part of the big relationship pie. Sure, try the physical, but that will not give you a clue as the future success of a relationship. As I mentioned, you got to make sure. I did not overlook emotional compatibility. Emotional compatibility and compatibility of being able to communicate. Never overlook that. But I will go out on a limb and say, you say that it's a very small part of the relationship pie. I would say that it's a little bit bigger than you give credit then. My personal opinion only. I think that the physical aspect of a relationship is a little bit bigger than a lot of people give credit for. The only reason that I say that is I'm in a relationship. Yes, we got great communication skills. We talk all the time, whatever it takes. Emotionally, I'm able to understand her. She understands me. She understands when I get pissed off. I understand when she gets pissed off. So we're able to be compatible on those levels. But I think that in reference to that particular aspect, I would say it's 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. I wouldn't necessarily say that the physical aspect of any relationship is minuscule or less important than any other part. I kind of feel like in reference to the pie, I think there has to be equal parts in that particular aspect. I would say it would be even. I won't say it's the biggest part of the pie because that's true. It's not the biggest part. And it's not the biggest part of the relationship. I think that in every aspect, they are all equally important. No one part of the relationship should be bigger than the other part. Like you said, I do agree that if your relationship is strictly physical and you can't really relate to her on any other level, it will not work. Then you might as well do what the Rain Man does and just hit it and quit. I see we got 31 watching. I appreciate all 31 of you coming through and showing love to the good doc. Definitely make sure you caress, molest, and de-stress yourself all over that like button. It wants it, it needs it, it most definitely has to have it. If you guys want to support the good doc, please feel free to do so. But of course, just happy that you come through and spend a little bit of time with me. Spend a little time with me today. Now and then, let's go ahead and get back to this regularly scheduled programming while I'm flexing my muscle and having my fun. My man Tim says, I will not wait to find out if it's internally correct to take both of us to the moon and the altar. I don't think it's a good idea. Yeah, I'm not really fond of guessing either. There is no guessing check. You understand? There is no spell check on this bitch. You can't hit the F7 like you do on your keypad and everything just corrects itself. Don't always work that way. But yeah. My man SMS says, can that 6-month living together minimum you recommend before marriage be broken up into times you visit? No, it's not realistic for the average working guy to be able to visit 6 months straight. That's true. So SML, that 6 months has to be consistent. If you're talking about on and off, you're looking at years, bro. Before I'm talking about something, that's a lot of years because on and off doesn't really give you. I know for the average working man, like you said, you can't really just take 6 months off and okay, bet we good. But in that particular aspect, I think that you definitely have to wait years. I think that you should talk to my man MD. MD, if he was here, he would tell you exactly. It took him 6 years, I think. He told me 6 years, and this is on and off. Fortunately for me, I was able to sit and live and be in one location for a significant amount of time. That made it easy for me. But for everybody else who can't do that, like I said, my man did like 6 years with his young lady before marriage and the whole process and the whole nine. And yeah, it was just that way. And that's how it worked out for him. Mr. Smith says all men would agree with you, Doc. Any woman that doesn't agree, she has the motive. I would not trust her. I would hope they would, man. Rain Man says I want the pie to be as little as possible. Bro, you stupid. Tim H, what's good with you, man? Appreciate you guys enjoying the topic. SML, I know it's a long time, but that was for my guy. That's what my boy MD did. It may be different for everybody else. Again, the time frame is completely up to you, but we're talking at least years, man. You shouldn't even be remotely talking about that for at least 3 years. No doubt, 3-year minimum if it's on and off. It could be more, but 3 years for sure. Shout out to my boy Anti-Gravity. Much love to you, my G. Appreciate you tuning in. My man, Fellow Traveler says, have you tried to kick out a Filipina after 2 weeks of living in your condo? I had one. She said, okay, I will leave. I will jump out of a window and end my life. Drama queen. Oh, yeah. Yo, Fellow Traveler, bro, you're crazy. But I know exactly what you mean. That is the scary part. Okay. That is this. JDC was good. He said, are people still getting married? MGTOW for life. Nah, I'm playing. Some people still have the ideology of getting married. Some people still have it in the back of their mind. Okay. Shout back to my boy Fellow Traveler. You are 100% correct. Filipinas are drama queens. Yes. They will try to kill themselves or threaten to kill themselves. I've had that happen to me on a multitude of different occasions. That's why I laughed when you said it, because it's funny. It's not funny, but bruh, that's funny. Because I've had plenty of girls say, oh, you don't want me here no more. You don't like me no more. Oh, I feel useless. I'm going to go kill myself for some shit. Or I'm going to go drink these pills. Or I'm going to go drink myself to sleep. Or I'm going to jump out of a window. Oh, you're not the only one, dude. You're not the only one who's had that issue. All right, so it sucks. I hate to deal with it. That's why you should live on the first floor. Yo, you should get a room on the first floor of the condo. That way, if she jumps, she ain't gonna jump very far. Anyway, that would be the only thing I could imagine being accurate. But yeah, I've had that happen too. Shit, crazy. My man John Chan says all sins are judged equally before God. We are all sinners. Very true. Thank God for his forgiveness, because I did a lot of that. He says you must have sex and talk about sex before marriage. It is true. You have to understand where you and your woman are compatible on a sexual level. All the other levels are important. Emotional, communication-wise, all those are important. So, like my man Fellow Traveler said, it's not the biggest piece of the pie. I think all parts of the pie should be equal. So that is something we can all agree on, for sure. But Filipinos are definitely very, very emotional, and they're quick to try to do some really dangerous stuff to themselves to try to hurt themselves, or at least act as if they would do something dangerous to each other. I'm not saying that they're willing to fully commit to doing it, but you got a couple that will try to push your buttons just to stay around. Craziest thing I ever seen in my life, bro. Craziest thing I've ever seen. My man John Chen says the Bible is clear when it comes to wives abstaining from sex during marriage, and the only reason to abstain is for those periods of mourning. They get over that shit and begin sexually active again. For the most part, I don't think that most women should abstain from it unless there's a reason to abstain from it. And there's normally not really a big reason or a dramatic reason to abstain from it. Rayman says you should open the window or the balcony and tell her to go ahead. I would love to test the waters on that, but I've dealt with some crazy chicks and I did not risk it, bro. I was not willing to risk it. So I'd be like, I can't deal with that shit on my conscience. Then I gotta have the police come in here. They gonna think I pushed her. Yeah. I'm good. My man Anti-Gravity says, I'm waiting until marriage to have sex. Jesus is my only one at the moment. Aren't you a nice guy? That is an upstanding way of living your life, man. I'm gonna do the Cam Newton, bro. I'm gonna abstain from sex during peak seasons. When I need to stay focused, I'm just gonna abstain from it. And I bet you somebody's gonna be extremely upset for me making those decisions. Sometimes a girl will look at you and say, hold up, bro. Why are you making these decisions without consulting me? Tell me the truth. Have you ever had a girl, have you ever even jokingly told a girl, we're going to abstain from sex. I need to focus on what I got going on. And a girl get mad at you for making those decisions without consulting her. It happens, my dude. It happens. Fellow traveler says after 2 weeks in your condo, they will dig their claws in and give you hell when you try to kick them out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No doubt. No doubt. Gotta be careful. That's why you don't move them in. If you can avoid it, please don't. That is the dumbest thing anybody could ever do, but I understand why you do it. Sometimes I would tell them I'm moving out. And then she gonna be like, yeah, where are we going? That's the funny part. I'm gonna be like, I'm moving out or I'm switching condos. And she gonna be like, where are we going? I said me, not us. She gonna be like, but where are we going? I said, baby, it's gonna be me. I'm going to the other condo. I said, okay, what about me? Don't you got a place to go? I'm going where you going. Trust me, I've had that argument too. It's ridiculous. But again, got to be able to accept the good with the bad, the happy and the sad. And it can be rough trying to get rid of a Filipina. Sorry. It can be. Eddie Jackson, he says, wow, Filipinos are they really that insecure? Eddie Jackson, 100%, my dude. They can be that insecure. My man John Shen says, what man would stay married to a woman who doesn't want to be intimate with them but once or twice a month? That's crazy. He says that's what dating is for, to find out that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I don't believe that there's any man that would ever be with a woman that long and try to abstain from doing stuff like that. We'll just say unreconcilable differences is definitely the best reason to go on and just, kick the bucket and go on about your business. My man Raymond says, I want a piece of her pie to be small, so it's like throwing a bowling ball down a hallway. Bro, you are killing me. You can't keep saying shit like this because I don't have it in me. My man Tim says, Doc, I told a woman she had 2 months to move out of my crib. One day before the date, she took 12 Advil and had to go to the hospital. Tim H, that's nothing to play with, bro. I'm telling you, some women do that stuff. Y'all think I'm crazy, and I'm not one to test it. That's the problem. I don't have it in me to test a woman on her gangster, okay? I'm not going to, especially a Filipino, because I've dealt with some crazy ones before. I'm not going to lie. I've dealt with some pretty emotionally unstable females in my day, and I admit it. Sometimes the crazy ones are just the best ones to be with. I'm not going to lie to you. Why would I lie? Sometimes the craziest Filipinos are the best ones to be with because they do some off-the-chain things, okay? I admit to that, and that was the reason why I did it. Okay, not gonna front. That was my reasoning behind it. Okay, but I will tell you this though, I'm not willing to test her on a gangster. If she says that she is willing to take some pills to jump out of a window, I'm not going to encourage her to do any of that. But I have to exert extra effort to try to talk her out of doing this stuff. Then I have to go exert extra effort of trying to figure out how in the world I'm gonna get out of this situation. Then I have to exert extra effort of putting my bags together, finding a way to get rid of her, like telling her to go get her hair done or something like that. Tell her I'll pay for her to get her hair done or something, or anything to get her out of the house. I could pack my clothes and get to getting. You understand? I've had to do that before. It's the craziest thing. I know it sounds crazy, but sometimes getting rid of Filipinas is the hardest thing in the world to do, which is why I encourage all of my fellow gentlemen, don't move them in. Do not, I repeat, do not move them in. It's a bad idea. From beginning to end, don't move them in. It's a bad idea. I will say that. I will definitely say that. Rayman says, you tell him I don't see no ring on that finger, so why you move into another condo? Sometimes I feel it's what's best to keep from having to deal with the craziest women alive. All right. Anti-Gravity says, Dr. Mike, if a Filipina asks what's the etiquette for calling her dad and mom or family and tell them, yo, this whole trip and come check her? To be honest with you, I've came close to calling a Filipina's mother and father. I promise you that. I've came very, very close because I had the number in my phone. I said, look, I said, if you don't start acting right, I said, I'm gonna tell your mama that you cutting the fool. And she actually she started to act right. That's the funny part. I'm gonna be honest with you. Once I threatened to call a Filipina's mom one time, it sounds the craziest thing. Once I threatened to call her mama, she was like, "No, don't do that." Because to be honest with you, I love Filipina moms. They're awesome. They're tiger moms, and they want what's best for their children. And I will tell you this: I came across a Filipina one time, and her mother said, "Look, you better not f this up. You got a good person. You're with a good guy, etc., etc. You better do everything this motherfucker wants you to do." Heard her say it. She said it in Filipino, but I could pick up on the most part. And she said, you better do what the heck you have to do to keep this guy. I heard her say it, and I laughed, and she didn't know that I could understand her. But in hindsight, some Filipino moms, if you call them, and I'd be like, yo, your daughter's acting up, she might come and check them. Like, I've had Filipino moms that really like me that were like, yo, if you ever have any problems or anything, you can always come to me, blah, blah, blah. Not necessarily with not necessarily with her daughter, but if you ever had any issues or anything, because she was, she had a reputation, so she was pretty good in her particular area. But yeah, I've come close to calling a Filipina's mother to come check her, not her father, because her father put the hands on him, and I don't want daddy to put the hands on her if he ain't got to. Ah, man. John Chen says husband and wife should be compatible socially, emotionally, sexually, spiritually, and mentally. True. Some girls don't like giving head. What? Do you want to be married and never get head again? No, say it ain't so. I can't do with that. Terry, what's good with you, bro? Fellow traveler says, Dr. Mike, it was my first time. She says she would jump out. What do? I can't have drama in the condo. Then she goes into the bathroom with a knife. Bro, everything you're talking about, I've been through. That is the biggest headache and a half. I'm sorry. I know your pain. I'm not gonna sit there and act like I've never been with a crazy, crazy, crazy Filipino before, with knives and jumping out of windows, threats, and all kinds of stuff. It happens, man. It happens. It happens. Okay. It happens. I'm telling you, you when you start to see things make a shift for the worse, you better have a exit plan quick. My exit plan was treating her out to get her hair done. That right there alone takes about 2 hours. All I got to do was tell her, look, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go take care of some things, and I'll come back and get you. I'm going to have her bag packed, and I'm going to have it outside the condo door. I got my bags, and I'm getting to getting. I'll take the L, bro. Sometimes you got to take the L to get away. Just going to keep it real. San Juan, yes, pack my clothes and get to getting. If I got to, I will. But I've never been put in a situation like that. So thank God for small favors. I'm not where I've had to pick up and leave and go somewhere. I've never had that issue. But again, happens to the best of us. Rayman, most definitely. I would never commit anywhere more than a month at a time. John Doe says, remember the local guys are getting the V cards for most of them. True. These are the doofus loser foreigners get used up girls and girls with kids, no jobs, no educations. Yeah. I guess they're okay with that. Some people are complacent with that one. Not sure if that's my thing. Tim says, hell, he said, if it was me and that woman can't agree 4 times a week at minimum, it's a no-go. It could reconcile unreconcilable differences out the gate. I'd call it too, bro. I'd call it. Eddie Jackson says, damn, you could train them to behave mature, or is that all just emotionally unstable? Nah, I mean, over time, if you show them you're not going to put up with that BS, yeah, you should be able to get them to act right, for sure. Or you'll just have to look for somebody else. A lot of guys look for other ones before they even give it a chance or give her a chance to correct themselves, I guess. Best way for me to put it. Eddie Jackson says, women are the gatekeepers of sex for the most part. Men are gatekeepers of commitment. So who's winning in that battle? Most women want commitment. Most guys aren't willing to commit. Most women want to be intimate, but they just are very picky and choosy about who they choose to be intimate with. So who wins? I mean, at the end of the day, that's a no-win zone for none of us right there, I guess. I guess it's a stalemate. Most women want commitment. but they need a guy to do that. Not unless they're into that flexible lifestyle. That's a little different. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. My man Terry Elver says it's okay to get used up, girls. Just you can't be that way. You gotta treat them with some respect. uh MD was good, bro. Been a minute. I was talking about you earlier, man, in a good way, of course. John Chan says the crazy ones give the best, yes, ever, because of their spontaneousness. True. And they are open-minded to try different things. True. Good girls need to learn to be freaks in the bed. Most of them. True. Tom was good with you. He says, just in a conversation with my wife, she said she would kill herself if I ever divorced her. I told her that's a choice she would have to make. And she never mentioned it again. Like I said, sometimes you got to be ruthless, man. That is a savage move, bro. Sometimes you got to tell them the truth. That is something, and most Filipinas won't commit to it. Most Filipinas won't commit to it, but I'm not willing to test them sometimes. Sometimes I'm just not willing to go that far. My man John Chen says, how long would a guy date a girl without having intimacy? That's a good question, man. I don't know, man. That's a question for everybody else. I think 1 month is okay. I mean, to be honest with you, if you really like the girl and you're really not really forcing it because you got some other ones on the side, what is it to you to wait 1 month or 2 months at a time? If you got something else occupying your time, there's no need or no real reason for you to rush it and be like, oh, it has to be now. But if you are strictly cutting off all the ties with every other female and you're really going to say how long you're willing to commit to just dating this girl before you actually get some, I honestly don't see a problem. Personally, for me, I see zero problem waiting 1 month. I see no problem with it. If you have the time to do it, I see no problem waiting for 1 month. It's not that big a deal. My man MD says, love that topic. I told my wife that I needed to test drive the car first before we got married. Touche. And like I said, it had to be right. It had to be right. You got to do it right, man. Oh, yeah, man. You got to love your nurses, man. The mean one is a nurse, so thank God for small favors. John Chan says, we are men. How can women ever think men would not want, to be intimate in the moment? For sure. MD, I hope you and the wife had a great one. Anti-Gravity says, from my experience with Asian girls, sex is a down payment towards marriage. Not like in the West where sex isn't as strongly linked to commitment. Yeah, girls naturally are willing to be intimate without having any emotional attachment whatsoever. It's the weirdest thing. But I understand why. And I think that's what the problem is with most men too. We could do it just no different than women in the US can. You can be intimate with somebody without connection if you need to. But I'd be damned if you don't catch feelings if you start to do this on a multitude of different occasions. Okay, if you can't just do it one time and expect it to be done. My man Eddie Jackson says, okay, is this just a young girl thing or women over 30 emotionally erratic too? It's $1 million question. I haven't had that erratic behavior in women over 30. It was always 20s and like 20s. I was gonna say 20s and below, but it's only 18 and 19. But it's only been with women that are in their 20s, early 20s for the most part. After a while, once you call them out on their BS and you know for a fact they ain't willing to go for it, yeah, I mean it ain't nothing after that. My man Anti-Gravity says, Dr. Mike, my vacation is less than a month. Can't be waiting that long. You'll be all right, bro. I'm pretty sure somebody happily, take care of you when necessarily needed. I'm just saying. My man MD says, if you're not getting Punan in the Philippines as a foreigner, then something is wrong with you. I agree. My man says it all depends on what kind of Asian girls you're dating. You need to train them. Some girls can't be trained. Remember that. Always. My man Raymond says the problem with that is that you should not have to buy your girlfriend a new car to test drive before she would marry you. You stupid. But that's funny. My man says if she's nice, the second date. If she's not nice, no second date. You guys are killing me. I say you can wait a month. Shit. As long as you got something preoccupying your schedule, then I think 1 month should be all right. My man Terry says life's not fair. Everyone can't get sex in the Philippines. It's just the way that it is. And when they can, I'm mad because they have to lie about getting some. That's what pisses me off, when they have to lie about it. But trust me, they do. My man Eddie Jackson says it sounds like a form of emotional blackmail or emotional manipulation. Eddie Jackson, that is 100% what it is. They are literally trying to blackmail you into not leaving them. Yeah, it's truly what it is. I see we got 34 watching. Appreciate all y'all coming through and showing love to the good doc. Make sure you get the likes up, man. Doc would highly appreciate that. See, we're having an awesome discussion here, people. Y'all got to show some support to the good doc. Y'all got to show some support by getting these likes up, man. There ain't nothing more I ask for my people right now. Just caress and molest that like button. Just stress all over it. Trust me. I need somebody to just completely let it go. Come on, man. You can't tell me that this isn't probably one of the best forums or the best live chats that we've had in a long time. No doubt. Anti-Gravity says, are Filipinos adverse to condoms given the strong Catholic culture? Like John says, the girls are pro babies and anti-condoms. That's actually true. I've never come across a Filipina, a real one, not one that works in the industry, where condoms were something that they asked you to put on. I've never come across a girl like that. Not once. Not once. At all. It's the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest thing. But you better wrap it up and strap it up. I agree. But I've never come across a girl that has said that. Guys, give me a split second. I have to do something real quick. But I'm still here, guys. Get the likes up on the video. I have to take care of this quick message. Give me a minute, guys. Oh, this is what happens when you gotta send text messages in the middle of a live chat. Y'all just gonna have to, y'all gotta wait. Somebody keeps sending me messages. Jesus Christ. So be it. Send it. There you go. All right, back to action, people. I'm sorry. Okay. Yes, you gotta wrap it up, people. Please do. Please do. My man DE Raptor says almost everyone I met did not want to use. Exactly, DE. No doubt, man. That is really the truth. It's the truth, and the truth shall set us free. I've never come across any Filipina. Actually, let me tell you the truth. Let me tell you exactly the truth. And maybe you guys have experienced this. Maybe you have not. But I remember one time where I was in a situation with a young lady, and I pulled it out. She asked me what it is. I said, what does it look like? And she was like, you don't need that. Like, we don't need that. And I'm like, I just want to protect us. I don't want you to have any kids or anything like that. I just want to protect you. That's what I told her. She was like, oh, so you think I'm dirty? Like, they kind of like flipping on you. Like you're in the wrong for wanting to protect her and protect yourself at the exact same time. She's over here looking at you like you're the problem or you're the reason why, she's gonna like, oh, what are you, dirty or something like that? I'm like, bitch, I'm doing this so that, just in case, she's like, no, we don't need that. We'll be okay without. I'm like, yo, how you mad at me? How you mad at me for that? For that? I'm trying to protect us, but she over here looking at me sideways like I'm in the wrong. See, I've had that happen before, and it's the craziest thing. It's funny, but it's crazy. Man, my man MD says, I think you can train almost every foreign Asian woman. True. You have to make her feel comfortable with you. Exceptionally true. He said, I had to be patient with my wife and love the results. True, and true. Like I said, man, long term, it definitely pays dividends. You can train them how you want to. Like I said, man, Doc wakes up in the morning, breakfast, everything that I need is taken care of. I don't even have to ask. It's automatic. So I love it. Like my man DE says, almost everyone I met did not want to use. Same with me. Eddie Jackson says, see, this is the kind of stuff guys need to know after the sex. Guys need to know after the sex happens. I'm sorry, man, but this is true. You say you'll caress the fat chick and the dislike button. Come on, bro. Don't dislike the good doc. Doc is over here putting in that work. Some serious overtime for y'all. We are really getting it in, and it's really an awesome concept. Come on, man. Y'all got to make sure y'all give the guy good doc some praise on this one. Y'all got to make sure all you do is got to like, and I'll be cool with that. My man John Chen says, I think when a girl asks a man to be in a committed relationship with her, she needs to prove her commitment. If I agree to be committed to her, then intimacy comes next. Period, or no commitment. I agree. Fellow traveler says, Dr. Mike, have you ever dated a girl? She comes to your condo and takes out the magnifying glass looking for other girls' hair. And I had one I met the first day, first meet. She was already starting drama. I've never had that happen. Not to my knowledge. I've never had a girl find the other girl's hair on the bed and start wigging out. I've never had that happen, but most of the time it was very rare that I would bring a woman around an area where I lived. But I've had girls who start drama over the littlest shit. So can't put it past them. My man Malcolm in the building. What's good with you, bro? Appreciate you coming through. My man, fellow traveler says, yes, they are adverse to using condoms. They also don't get checked for STDs on a regular basis. This shit is just sad. And then you wonder why there's a lot of low-key nonsense happening in the Philippines, especially as it pertains to STDs and all of that stuff. You wonder why that stuff is highly apparent in these countries. The reason that it's apparent is because these girls don't get checked. They have babies out of wedlock. They don't protect themselves at all. They don't even make an attempt to protect themselves. And nobody tends to call them out or check them on it. You have this reproductive health bill that is supposed to help these Filipinas, but you can't even give them condoms for free. They won't even take them for free. So it's like, man, what are we supposed to do then? It makes you want to be careful, but naturally, I think you can pick a good one out because not all of them are sexually active like that. And then you wonder why these girls, honest to God, these girls be like, well, I only had sex 2 times in my whole entire life and I had a baby. Yeah, because after the dude got your V card, you gave it to him the second time and you ended up getting pregnant. Makes no sense at all. Makes no sense at all. But hey, this is the way of the world, ladies and gentlemen. The way of life in the Philippines is scary. I know. Anti-gravity says, can't trust these girls to take the birth control pills. Yes. Unless you force feed it down her throat and make her swallow it, figuratively and literally, you'll be all right. My man MD says, treat her right. Be a little patient. Make her feel very comfortable with you. Don't be afraid to be a little dirty. You mold them into exactly what you want. You stupid, bro. But that is true. It's 100%, man. Just treat them right, man. That's always first. Always first. My man, Mr. Smith, says if she wants you to wait, but she doesn't have her V card, it could also mean that someone else is already getting it. Always and forever. Yes. Somebody else is touching on that. Someone else is getting that Philippine dream, ain't they? My man Malcolm says she might hate contraception, but you the cash cow at the end of the day. True that. Can't overlook the fact that she would probably be extremely happy to get knocked up by you. Never overlook that. My man Malcolm says, and whatever you do, please put on the strap put it in the toilet paper and flush it. Me too, bro. I definitely put that down the toilet. I said, you ain't about to try none of that sneaky Not happening. My man Raymond says, Doc proves to the girls that he does not think they are dirty. Bro, you better stop. That's nasty. We don't do no salad tossing over here, my friend. Nah, I'm good. I pass. 100%. My man Tim A says, never let a woman handle your condoms. I've never. I've never been in a situation where a girl has even offered to take care of it for me. I mean, but I wouldn't trust him to do that either. My man Michael says she might try to get your DNA or a little people and pin a kid on you. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. You can't put anything past these chicks, man. You can't put anything past them. My man Anti-Gravity said unprotected sex can always lead to a baby, even on the very first try. Yeah, most of them are able to MD, don't start, bro. Don't start. Do not start that. Don't start that. I'm not going there with you, bro. I'm not going there with you. But yes, anti-gravity 100%. It could lead to having a baby even on the first try. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I see we got 39 watching. I appreciate all 39 of you coming through and showing love to the good dog. Make sure y'all caress, molest, de-stress that like button. Don't play games with it. Act like you like it, and I promise you it will treat you right. For those that want to support the good doc, please feel free to do so. But of course, I am happy that you guys come through and spend just a little bit of time with me today. Guys, you know what the rules is. Check out the ebooks listed in the links in the description area below. If it's not on this video, my bad. Masterclass, the whole nine. We dropped a great masterclass video for you guys today. The dangers of being sprung over Filipino women. It is an awesome, awesome, awesome story that we share over there. So if you guys aren't a part of the team over there, make sure y'all slide over there and check me out. All right. Yeah, MD, man, we can't go there. We cannot go there. We don't name drop. Anyways, John Chance's dog, should men and women even be asking each other about their sexual past? Hell no. I wouldn't want to know my girl's past, even if she had one, and I would not want to come out and tell her about my own. All right, John Chance, much love to you, bro. Thanks, man. I'm telling you, I would not want to tell my girl about my past, and I would not want to know about hers. She's been open to me about her past, and I mean, I accepted her answer because I don't think she had a reason to lie. But come on, man, do you really, 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 really want to know about your girl's sexual past? I would not want to. I would just want to leave it be. Say, you know what, baby? Whatever you did in the past, we're going to leave it right there. Unless it's going to come back and bite me in the ass when we get together or we try to make this thing happen between us, then I care nothing about what your past was like. Trust me, it does me no favors. It does me no favors at all. But he says, I really don't want to know how many guys my girl slept with before me. Would they even tell the truth? I would not expect a woman to tell me the truth. So I'm done. I do not ask those questions. Those questions are dangerous questions, my friend. Asking a Filipina about her sexual past is a Pandora's box that I highly believe that you should keep closed. Okay? If you want to do yourself a favor, keep that box closed, because I'm telling you, I don't want to know the answer. Don't want to know the answer. MD, you funny though, because you said something, you triggered some shit, and I can't go there. I can't go back. Anti-gravity says, nah, never ask a girl her sexual history. It's a no-win scenario. Yes, because all they're gonna do is be like, well, I want to be honest with you. So if you really want them to be honest, they'll tell you how many foreigners they've been with. Now, honestly, okay, let me be honest with you. There is one question that I will ask in reference to sexual past. And this is before we even get together. I'm always curious to know if she's been with a foreigner before me. Does that really mean anything? Yes and no. Okay. It does mean something, but it doesn't mean anything at the exact same time, if you feel what I'm saying. The only question I would ask about her sexual past is if she's been with a foreigner before she's been with me. Because that changes the game. That changes your approach. It changes everything. So that would be the only thing that I would ask about a female sexual past. Because I think that's the only thing that's relevant. Only if you ask me, of course. Only if you ask me. But sexual history, how many guys it's been, that's a rough one. Can't do that. Rayman. Rayman, let it go, bro. Let it go. Let it go. I feel you, but let it go. Yep, leave well enough alone, my G. Let it. I'm letting that one go. That's in one ear and not the other, my friend. I'm good. Fellow traveler says you don't need to know about her past. It will come out in the bedroom. Look for the signs. That's also true. Can't overlook that part. My man SML says one guy I knew asked this chick if he was the biggest she had, and she said no. Damn, that's a savage moment, my friend. That is a savage moment, and you can't take it back. That's why I don't ask these questions. That's why I don't ask these questions, bro. It's a scary question to ask. I don't want to know the answer. I don't believe in bragging about anything. I don't believe in, acting as if I am the big bad wolf. Cause I am not about to get embarrassed, okay? Don't know about y'all, but it ain't gonna be me. Facts. Yeah, I'm not even gonna ask about how big if I was the biggest, because why do I need to know that? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know if I was the best, because I would hope she would say yes, and then if she says no, that is a shot to a man's pride. No doubt in my mind. If you ask a woman if you were the best that she's ever had, all she could do is lie to you if she cares enough about you. But maybe, just maybe, if she's in her savage moment and she's in savage mode, she gonna tell you the truth and she's gonna tell you no. Oh, can you imagine how you would feel if she told you the answer was no? Not no, but hell no. Oh, that's a dig. That's like a dagger to the chest with the twist in the knife. Oh, that shit will hurt my feelings. My man Malcolm says, he said, how in the world does he get with a chick with this weird ass? Bruh, Malcolm, we leaving it alone, bro. Malcolm, listen to my words, my friend. We can't go there. Okay? For all sense purposes, we can't go there. All right? let's just leave that be. Okay? Let that be what it's going to be, because I cannot comment. I cannot confirm nor deny or say anything against it. Let that go. Just let it go. Please let it go. If you love me enough, don't make me do what I want to do so bad right now. Don't make me do it, because I will. MD says, I want to know exactly who I'm dealing with. He said, you guys are playing. I want to know how many guys my girls has been with, even if she's been a woman, multiply her number by 4. Yeah, I just don't trust him. I just really don't want to know. I don't want to know. No, Doc is just trying not to go there, okay? Don't make me go. Do not. Don't force my hand, okay? Just don't. Just don't. No. The answer is we're not going there. But yes, MD, 100% facts, man. Take that number, multiply it by 4, and you good. You should get the accurate number. That's why I don't really ask those questions. My man Eddie Jackson said, truth be told, with all their flaws, Filipinos are still way better than American women. That I can agree with you on. 100%. I can agree with that. Raymond says, you would want her to tell you if she used to be with a foreign dude before. I want to know who I'm getting in bed with. Yes. That's before we even hook up. For real. Before we even hook up, I would want to know. Facts. My man MD says, if a Filipino told me that she has been with more than one foreigner, it's a wrap. Exactly. No wrong with that. I'm like, I pass, bitch. I can't do it. Yo, we got 42 watching, yo. Facts. We got 42 watching. Y'all make sure y'all get the likes up on this video, man. Don't play with me. Don't make me work too hard for this one. This is a very good chat we're having right here. We're definitely getting to the nitty-gritty of it all. 43 now. Make sure y'all caress, molest, and distress that like button. If you want to support the good doc, shout out to my boy John Chance for that. Y'all feel free to do so, but come on, man. This one's starting to get better, and I was just about to wrap it up. My man DE says, with the Filipina, you will know if she's had multiple partners or a foreigner the first time you have sex with her. That's true. We can do that. Elgo says, Doc, so you don't ask about past infections? No, man, I don't ask. I don't. See, here's the deal. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. With my current situation, she volunteered that information time and time again about her past. She keeps bringing it up. I don't even ask for it. Because especially right now, as many years as we got in it together, ain't gonna change shit now. But sometimes there's just information that I do not need to know. I'm on a don't ask, don't tell policy sometimes. And because of that. Now, again, this is only if it's long term. Now, if it's just some girl that you just hook up with, you guys are just having fun, you're not sure exactly where it's going, you probably could care less. But again, however you choose to handle that situation, you'll do it the best of your ability. Me, I'm not a big fan of opening up Pandora's box about some answers that I really don't care to get. Because as long as her past don't affect our future, I'm good. That's the best way for me to say it. As long as her past don't affect our future, we'll be good to go. Shout out to my boy Smooth Rips in the building. Strap it up, Double Magnum time. Shout out to the Double Magnum crew. Appreciate y'all coming through. SML says Malcolm is that non-melanated skin condition he has. Stop. Let it, bro. I don't like y'all doing this right now. Don't do it. My friend signed the birth certificate. Turns out it's not his. Immigration took DNA test, said no, his child, no exit from the Philippines. Get the fuck out of here, bruh. Oh, I would kill this hoe. I'm sorry. Did I misread a comment? I'm sorry. Let me back up. I don't think you were talking to me. If I did reread it, I think I messed up or somebody else did. I'm sorry if that was me. John says, I agree. I would ask if she ever dated a foreigner before. And since I am African American, I would ask if she ever dated a brother. True that. I would definitely ask if she's been with an African American, because that means everything to me. I don't know why it means everything to me, but it does, people. It means everything to me. If I know that a brother hit that before me, then I know that she might have what I like to call a love for those of a darker skin pigmentation, then that means dangerous. All right. I don't know why I believe that, but that's just the skepticism that I've had. Think about it like this. If she's got a thing for black guys, yeah, that's a problem. Luckily for me, when I first met my girl, her crush was Ian Somerhalder. Do you guys ever watch Vampire Diaries back in the day? Remember that show? Vampire Diaries. You might not. I don't even watch the show, but that was her show. She used to watch it all the time. Damn it, I used to have to watch it with her. Just one of the things about being in a relationship. But the first guy that she ever had a crush on was a dude by the name of Ian Somerhalder. She likes the dude. So I know that when she was with me, it's not because she has a thing for just black guys. She just dated me because, all right. So again, I do look at, I kind of read between the lines on a lot of things, and that was one of the things that I did. Whether you believe it or not, I kind of did it that way. Maybe it worked, maybe it didn't. Maybe it meant something, maybe it didn't. My man MD says Western women are getting into triple digits. They are free spirited. I want to know exactly how many guys you've been with. I definitely would not want to. Yes, very loose girl to call your wife, right? You guys want to be in the dark. See, okay, MD. No, MD, that's not fair, because you're thinking about these Western women. See, I don't want you to get into the ideology of trying to compare a Western woman to a Filipina, and that's what I feel is happening here. I think that's not fair. Your average Filipina is not like that. Yes, these Western women, they are very free-spirited. I think you'll know how free-spirited your young lady is when you get with her. I think you'll be able to tell that attitude in her when you get with her. So I kind of feel like you'll be able to read between the lines, and you shouldn't have to ask if she's been with guys in the triple digits. I would pray you wouldn't have to ask that question. I'm not talking about being left in the dark. I mean, like I said, my girl volunteered the information. I never had to ask for it. I think I would probably have to ask about it if I ever got into a new relationship. I don't see that happening. But I would definitely hope that the young lady that I am with is not as free-spirited as a young lady who's got a body count in the triple digits. I kind of feel like if you are going to date a woman who works in a particular type of industry, you can probably expect her body count to be in the high 100s, especially if she's got a body count of at least 2 a day, working 6 days a week. She's been doing this for a couple years. You might be able to calculate her body count up extremely high. But I would hope that future wifey, I would hope that she would not have a body count that big. And I think you would be able to know if she had a body count that big. My man, Super Coca Gin. I love that name. From the 916, Doc is trying to clean this up. I got to. Bruh, we are not going there. That is one topic of content. We cannot do it again. That is one thing we can't get into. I'm usually a lone wolf or a little antisocial at times, just me and an old girl. Oh, yeah, man, I'm always by myself. I swear, the only time I'm ever with other foreigners is if you guys say, "Doc, I'm in this city. Are you here? Let's meet up." If I'm available, I have no problem meeting anybody. Sometimes people just accidentally run into me, and that shit's funny. It's scary, but it's funny. He said, "Read that again." I said, "You would want to know if she used to be a man." Oh, I did read it wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah, I would want to know if she used to be a man. Ew. Well, I hope she wasn't, bro. That shit nasty. Uh, is it Ansbach? I'm gonna say that all wrong. Shout out to you, my friend. Appreciate you coming through. Anti-gravity says, Dr. Mike, how do you keep multiple Filipinas in the Philippines? Keep them on opposite sides of the island? Anti-gravity, ask me that question when I'm not in front of a group of 42 people and we'll have that conversation, okay? Ask me when I don't have 41 or 40 other eyes or 40 other ears listening to me, and I might be able to give you a definitive answer to that one. That is something that you should never share out loud. Okay? That is something you should never share out loud. Rain Man, I apologize for misreading that comment. I'm sorry. Doc's been trying to read through a lot of stuff, so I might have overlooked it or blended words. My apologies, friend. My man Terry Edwards says, knowing is okay, but details about bigger and better might put you in your feelings. Yeah, I don't want to know. I truly don't want to know at all. My man Terry says, knowing is okay. I'm sorry. My man MD says, that's why you multiply the number by 4. If a girl told you that she has been with 5 guys in the Philippines, just move on. 15 to 20 is better than what American women are doing. Agreed. Don't give any Filipina your FB page and let her put your photo on her page. No. Anti-gravity. DE, I'm gonna have to disagree. Don't let her put her photo on your page. Do not let her put her photo on your page. I'm telling you, that is the worst thing you can do. Shout out to my big brother HT Logistics in this building. Y'all make sure y'all show some love to my OG in this bitch. Much love to my boy HT, man. See you in the building, bro. It's been a minute. We gotta come on and do a live together, man. I gotta reach out to you. Maybe we could do a live this week. Coming up. Should be awesome. Malcolm says, now if you can pimp in the Philippines, damn, you're colder than ice. As hard as it is for two people not to know or find out about each other, and the rumors are crazy. Bruh, don't ask me questions that I cannot answer out loud. What is wrong with you people? I've kind of figured it out after 10 years. It's rough. I don't recommend you do it. It's hard out here for a pimp when you try to get the money for the rent. Cadillac and all the cash money spent, got a whole lot of bitches jumping ship. Oh, it's hard out here for a pimp. But it's anything's possible. Anything is possible. It's rough. Not easy, but anything is possible. Fellow traveler says, if she is good in the bed and clean, then I let sleeping dogs lie. She had a life before me and a life before her. I am content. Exactly. I kind of don't like to ruffle feathers or ask dumb questions. True that. Eddie Jackson says, I like that as long as her past doesn't hurt your future. That's true. That's the only thing I can say. As long as her past doesn't interfere with what we're trying to accomplish, I'm good. Mr. Smith says, many American women don't know their body count, and that is a shame, people. That is a shame. MD says, one of my exes have been with 7 men by the time she was 21. My simp ass fell. You fell for it at the time it got burned. Triple digit body counts. Oh, it's hard out here for a pimp. So my boy HT says, if they worried about the body count, it says a lot about the type of man that they are. True. It says a lot about the type of men that they are, and it also tells a lot about the type of girl that you're dating. Let's focus on that. A lot of people are sitting there talking about, oh, are you worried about her body count? Are you not worried about her body count? It says a lot about the type of women that you're dating. If you feel in your loins that you have to be worried about the type of guys or the amount of guys that your woman has slept with before you, then you might be in a situation where that's probably not the right woman to bring home to meet your mother. If you have to worry about that, that's all I'm saying. But for sure, man, that shit makes a lot of sense. But it says a lot about them as the man, but it also says a lot about them as the type of women that they are choosing to date. MD says if a Filipino told me she had been with 3 guys, I might even be skeptical. Body counts really matter to Filipino women. I don't believe that a Filipino woman will lie to you unless she's really trying to save face. But again, I think you could tell when they're lying. But then again, if you feel that she has no reason to lie to you, then why? Then why it doesn't matter. HT, I'm glad that you were finally able to catch a live one too, family. Bruh, I'm telling you, you need to come on with me. I know you keep a busy work schedule, my G, but one day this week, give me one day this week, man. Let's hash it out, because I think me and you will have a savage live show together, man. So let's try to make that happen. Fellow traveler says we don't know if what they tell us is 100% true. That's true. It's a favorite Filipino pastime to tell little white lies that lead to bigger white lies, for sure. John Chen says, hey, why don't you want her to put her photo on your Facebook page if you are in a committed relationship? If you're in a committed relationship, yes, that's fine. If you're in a committed relationship, okay. But if you're trying to actually have 2 girls in one place, like the way that they were trying to describe the situation to me, yeah, that's a bad idea. Only if you're trying to play the field with 2 girls in the same island or whatever the don't Malcolm. So Bootyland versus Davao City, man. That'll be a live stream for that ass, and I think that it would be a great one. HT, man, we gotta do that. MD says, well, if a man is worried about a woman's body count, it tells me that he doesn't want to date, a woman that has a very, very flirtatious, easy way of living. 100% agreed. Anti-Gravity says, I only date bar girls from Angeles City, so I got nothing to worry about He says, so I got to worry about that body count. Yes, you do, my friend. You might want to do a whole lot more than worry about that body count. That's a struggle. That's some struggle shit right there. That's enough to make a brother feel a certain kind of way. My man Terry Edwards says some of y'all have to be realistic. You want a 10 educated, no kids virgin, but freak in the bed, but they are a 4 with kids. Like I said, I'm realistic, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Standards, the way the game goes, it's completely contingent upon yourself and how you choose to navigate that. I mean, you're probably not gonna find too now educated and still holding a V card. Possibility, because most girls, when they focus on their study, they don't really worry about relationships. So that's possible, but it is realistic to really go that hard, to really put things in that particular perspective. I agree. My man John Chan says, Doc, how many expats have dated Filipinos who have been with other foreigners before? Is it the norm or the exception? Not really. As a matter of fact, you don't really come across a lot of Filipinas who have physically dated other foreigners. And what I mean by physically is something other than just an online relationship where that person has not come to the Philippines to visit them. Okay. It's not as common as you think about Filipinas dating foreigners. It's actually, I've come across 1 in every 5, maybe 1 in every 10 have actually physically been in a relationship with a foreigner where that foreigner has come to the Philippines. They've met, they've dated, they've done everything that you could possibly do in a relationship. Probably 1 in every 10 that I've ever talked to about it has brung that up. But again, if you're meeting these girls online, high probability is that you're going to come across a lot of them who have been with foreigners, or a lot of them who have met foreigners that they have come to visit them in the past. My man Malcolm says, what if she got a body count and still use protection? Does that matter? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that makes a difference. I think it does, because she's protecting herself, but still, she still got the count though, bro. You got to be able, it's hard for a man to overlook the count. That's all I'm going to say. It's just hard for a man to overlook the count. My man HT says most guys ain't never realistic in the Philippines. I've seen this firsthand. They truly are not, my friend. I agree. He said that's why you don't get your hopes up. A lot of guys do, though. They go hammy for no reason at all. And it's just, it's enough to hurt your feelings. Damn, bruh. Fellow traveler, you said 90% of the girls that you have dated have been with a foreigner before you. That seems high as hell. I've never had that number. Or again, maybe I got lied to when I asked, have you ever dated a foreigner before? Always a possibility. I could have always gotten lied to. So, touche. My man Anti-Gravity says the amount of foreigner guys hating on Filipinas seem to be on the rise, a little disturbing. They need to chill. Let them do what they do, man. Of course, they're going to have their hateful moments, man. Sometimes that shit goes in one ear and out the other, if you want to be truthful. All right? Fellow traveler says, careful what you wish for. If you are her first foreigner, you may have to put in more work or wrench time into the relationship to get what you want. Yeah. I mean, you do have to put in more work, but do you really want to follow up? I mean, it's kind of hard though. See, here's the truth, man. If we could do a whole live stream out of this, I would. But I think we have to ask this question. I want everybody to slow your roll for a second. I want everybody to hear this one because this is a question that I think all men need to ask themselves, especially as it pertains to dating Filipinas or Filipinas dating foreigners. Are you okay with being the first foreigner that she's with, or would you rather her already know what she's doing because she's dealt with a foreigner before, so you come up and scoop up what she's already learned and picked up as far as game? That way you don't have to teach her. You have to figure out what you want in that particular perspective. If you're okay with a foreigner teaching her the game, aka how to get down in the bedroom, if you're cool with that and you just kind of come up on the back end and you kind of just make it work for yourself, or do you want to be the one to teach her how to do things the way that you want these things to be done? Definitely a question that I think is formidable for any man. And I would say I would want to be numero uno, however you want to call it. I kind of feel like number one is where I want to be. If I'm not, I'm cool, but it's all good. My man HT says, listen, most of you guys would never know the body count, just like you won't tell them how many prostitutes you've been with. Exactly. Hey, HT, I told him that's just Pandora's box that I don't want to open. But these people over here trying to get these answers out of these girls, and I'm telling you, you might not be happy with the answer that you get. And at the end of the day, if you really, 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 really want to, tie this one up in a ribbon and a bow, if it means that much to you to get her body count, ask her. See what she'll tell you. And whatever answer she tells you, just agree with it. Don't dig deeper. Don't try to figure out if she's lying or not. Don't keep pressing the issue because you might find out some answers that you ain't comfortable with. That's all I'm going to tell you. And again, like you said, man, ain't none of them ever going to talk about how many of these girls from the street they actually hooked up with, because you damn sure don't want a Filipino to know that. Don't nobody want their girl to know how many how much extracurricular activity they were doing out there on the streets when it wasn't necessary. My man, fellow traveler says, Dr. Mike, your boots on the ground. He said, I'm dating, still hunting. We are not getting the same talent. You know what, fellow traveler? I do take that into consideration. You're correct. I understand. And again, a lot of guys don't have the time to actually talk to girls in person for a significant amount of time to get to know them. You're right. My situation in comparison to others is definitely different. I will say that. So taking that into consideration, facts can be told. Malcolm says some old black dude at the gym bashed me and said I was lying about having a passport and things. Bro, why does it mean so much to him whether you have a passport? Bruh, for real? That shit don't make no damn sense. Why does he care whether you have a passport or not? My man Marco says, I got a low body count. Don't know if it's good or bad to some ladies. To ladies, it should be just fine. It should be just fine. Ah, man. It's a strange world we living in, but I love it. You guys are off the chain. My boy HT says that's why I tell these clowns to get out and get on a plane and get yours. Exactly. I agree. But all of them would rather live vicariously through others or hate on you for doing what you can. Hating for doing what they cannot do. Best way for me to put it. Damn, bro. We got 47 people in the building right now. Congratulations. Give yourself a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
47 solid, 47 strong. I appreciate all of you coming through and showing love to the good doc. 47 in the building. I better have at least 47 likes. Don't play me like that. I would appreciate that. Y'all make sure y'all caress, molest, and de-stress that like button. And if you guys want to support the good doc, please feel free to do so. But of course, he's happy that you come through. Spend just a little bit of time with him today. Now and then we flexing tonight, man. I'm gonna go a little longer, so that everybody gets their thoughts out and whatever and whatnot. But again, we started out with test driving before committing, and we've kind of just jumped into a whole new realm of body counts and the whole nine. But it all applies, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep it real. Everything that we're talking about, it definitely applies. You understand? Body counts and all of that, test driving before committing to something, knowing what you're marrying, making sure that you guys understand that the physicality or the intimacy in a relationship means everything to the extent that it means, it means whatever it means to you. Again, emotional status and the whole nine definitely works. Oh, we got one fat dislike. Oh, my feelings is hurt. Oh, y'all playing with the boy. 46 likes and 1 dislike. Why y'all gonna play me like that? Somebody better overturn that dislike. Anyway, if you guys want to support the channel, please feel free to do so. But of course, the good doc, happy that you come through. Spent just a little bit of time with him today. Now and then, let's go ahead and get back to our regularly scheduled programming. Masterclass, the whole nine. You guys know how to find it. Definitely. All right, let me go ahead and read these comments real quick. I gotta scroll back. I am messed up. Okay. My man Malcolm says I was biting my damn tongue for some old dude. He said I was getting. You said you were about to let him have some words. Malcolm, don't let these people play with you, homie. Oh, 27 likes, 0 dislikes. I could play with that. Okay, bet. My man Pissed Off Driver says when a woman has sex with the man, his DNA will remain in her forever. So basic. I don't even know how to answer that. I truly don't. Yo, we got 47 and only 27 likes. Yo, y'all making me work extra hard for these likes. I'm over here, guy. I'm gonna have to beg for these likes. Like that old TLC song, I Ain't Too Proud to Beg. Actually, what I'm seeing, honestly, 30. I'm seeing 47 watching, 39 and 2 dislikes. You guys are on it tonight. I expect you to dislike the video. I could care less whether you like it or not. As long as you are participatory, Doc is happy that you come through and spend just a little bit of time with him today. I love you too. Even those that don't like me, I understand why you don't like me, and it is okay. All right? I promise you, I will not be mad at you. I will not hate on you. Actually, I'm glad that you showed up because at least you listened to me rant and rave about nonsense for about an hour and a half or whenever you showed up. Anyways, my man Derek, yo, Jedi, I appreciate you, my G. Thank you. You said keep the good work and health and the info, bro. Appreciate you, man. My man Derek says, did I miss the comment? No. Derek says, my girl messaged me when I was thinking about walking into a strip club in Manila. Bruh, Filipinos know exactly what's going on. Thomas Love, I appreciate you, family. Bruh, Filipinos know exactly what you're thinking before you do it. I think Filipinos have that. Either they got somebody on the low telling you your every move or where you're standing at when you're standing there. I swear to God, because I promise you this. Filipinos know exactly what you're going to do before you do it. Filipinos know exactly what you're going to do before you do it. You could be walking into a strip club, thinking about walking into a strip club. You know what? You know what she's going to do? She's going to text you like, where you at? What you doing? You know what you got to do? you gotta at least play like you're not doing something. But it's almost as if she knows exactly what you're doing before you do it, man. Malcolm, man, don't let these people get under your skin. You know they're going to do it. My man MD says, if you can get an answer you don't like, can't you just get with another chick? Always. Hey, Rain Man, don't get blocked playing around. Don't you be playing in the HT shit. Don't get your feelings hurt, because I can still block y'all. All right, this is still my channel. I can still block y'all if I want to. And you know I'm sensitive, so I don't know why you're playing with me like that. Anti-Gravity says, Dr. Mike, I tell the Filipinos in Angeles City looking for walking talent every 2 weeks. No luck so far. Maybe I should be less honest. Please be less honest. Sometimes you can't be that way with Filipinos like that. it doesn't really do you any favors. SML, I'm glad you're enjoying the show. My man Terry says his AC count versus her body count. Hey, that's gonna be a hell of a count right there. I wonder whose count is bigger. Definitely wonder whose count is bigger. Jedi says lots of foreigners just talk the game and have never been in the Philippines, and it's a damn shame when they do that. It's enough to make. I tell you, man, these guys be over here just they kind of ruin it for themselves, but yeah, we get over it. My man MJB says I was sitting in the steam room and he had no clothes on while I had my swim trunks on and he was still dusty. That sounds like a problem. So that man put on some clothes. Nasty motherfucker. HT man, they ain't never got no receipts, man. I know that's improper English. They ain't never got no receipts, but they don't, man. A lot of people talk a lot, but they can't prove what they did. Funny thing about me is I tend to have receipts when I need receipts. If I'm going to tell you a story, at least something that pertains directly to me, I know for a fact that if somebody came out and said, Doc, I think you full of that BS and I think you lying to me, I need you to prove it to me. At least I know I can prove it. Whether it be through a text message, whether it be through this, that, or the other, I have some way of being able to prove to you that I did exactly what I said or that this truly happened and this is the girl that it happened with. You know, sometimes you got to be able to have that. A lot of people don't have that, but I make sure that I do have that just in case I have to prove myself. So my man John Chan says time is crucial. It truly is. Take the time to get to know her so you can be with the right one for you. True. Who said who wants to go through a bad breakup again? If you've been through it more than once, you don't want to do it again. I'm with you on that one, bro. Malcolm says yes to the conscious mind, dog, but to the untrained mind, they give no fucks about the body count. They truly don't. You know what happens though? Most guys would be acting like it really means something, but then at the end of the day, they'd be like, you know what, man? Shit, it could be worse. A lot of guys think like that. It could be worse. I'm not mad at you for thinking that way. I'm like, bruh, that's rough. El Ghost, you bring up a great one. He says, Doc, you said what you're marrying. Wouldn't it make sense to skip the cities and just search the provinces far from the population centers? True. I would. I think provincial areas are definitely the best place to look for potential mates. 100%. HT says, in the words of the great trucker, a lie, bruh. See, that's man, that's gonna get your feelings hurt, bruh. HT, man, you always with that FDevo nonsense. See, y'all trying to ride a train on me, and I don't like that, man. Don't be tailgating. Don't be instigating either, man. Y'all know how sensitive I am about Davao City. Y'all gonna keep playing games. Oh boy is back. Thank you for taking care of those messages, man. I know somebody gonna be on that bullshit, but I appreciate y'all doing what y'all do best because I'll just now scroll down to it and y'all already took care of it. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate you. Next time, if you get any nonsense from it, just block the person completely. Malcolm says, don't go to any country all in your feelings or butthurt because it could come back to bite you in the ass. Yes, you could come back miserable like these guys that are constantly talking about how they got screwed over by this person and all of that shit. It's all good. It's game. Jedi, you're right, boy. The yellow and blue bar off the top rope. Shout out to Overstay Road, man. That dude always with his wrestling references. I fucks with him. Frederick Mason says, Doc, you and HT need to go ahead and nail that down. I saw the chat you had with Gio. I thought he might be cool until I saw one of his vids. Now I don't know. Hey, me and HT, bro. HT family. I think me and you, we need to do a live show. Like I said, man, I'm all open to what needs to be done. But definitely, y'all, we need to do that. HT says Dr. Mike has made it. He for real getting girls nowadays. Yeah, man. I think that, I'm happy. I appreciate it. It's all love. I'm pretty sure that's going to be what constitutes the dislikes when I see him. Fellow traveler says, Dr. Mike, when are you going to do another guest appearance? I want HT on. I'm going to tell you right now, HT should be my next guest appearance. Fellow traveler, if you want to come on and join the channel, man, if you want to be my next guest, hey, man, let's do it. I mean, like I said, I'm open to all kinds of guests. I'm definitely interested. Me and HT, we've been there, we've done that, but I think we're each able every single time we come on, it's always a magical moment. So HT, if me and the homie can make it, I know he's busy, but we'll definitely make that happen. My man John Shin says, Doc, you shouldn't have to prove yourself to anyone. If people doubt you, then burden of proof rests on them, not you. Yeah, I know I don't have to prove myself, but sometimes I like to flex my muscle. I like to show people that I could shit on them if I needed to. That's kind of my thing. And I know it's not the best way to think about it, but sometimes I feel like I got to do it. So, yeah. I would love to bring a Filipino on. I've been trying to reach behind the scene, guys. Don't worry about it. Doc's been working overtime. It's always good to have you gentlemen on here, and it's always good to talk to my guys. But sometimes, a Filipino feminine touch to the channel would not hurt anybody. I'm just afraid that if I get the right one on here, I'm going to get some thirsty dudes in the chat, and there's going to be a lot of blocking that I'm going to have to do. I don't want to have to do that, but definitely we're going to do that. We're definitely going to try to get a Filipino speaker in. I'm working overtime behind the scenes, guys. Don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. My man San Juan says, strong is the hate in this one. It truly is, my friend. And the individual is known for trolling, so it ain't nothing but a thing to me. Anyone know the score of the Steelers game? I don't even know the score of the Steelers game. My man Jedi says, the problem is when you're in a relationship over there in the Philippines, the temptation is everywhere. And the girls can flirt. True. It's a giant candy shop. True. You want to know how I stay out of trouble? I drag the mean one everywhere that I go so I can't get in trouble. That's truth. You want to... Oh, man. Indeed, the Steelers lost. Why you... See, now the whole air just went out of my whole live stream. I don't even care no more. Life sucks. Anyways, I should have known my Pittsburgh Steelers were going to lose. But it's okay. I'm good. Fellow traveler, I think if you have the Sky Cable network, I think they do have a international channel for football. You got to buy it. I'm not sure if it works exactly in the Philippines, but I don't know. You said they were up by 6-0 in the second quarter. I can't do this with y'all tonight. Don't hurt my feelings, bro. Don't hurt my feelings. HT says, if you have videos with your woman, that's your receipts, because you always get these guys with these faceless avatars talking, and then they have no videos and no subscribers. Touche. You're right. I am 100% with you on that one, bro. My man Akeem James says, could you bring that? I would love to, man, but yeah, I can try. You know what? I'll try. I like it. That's Ren's girl. I'll ask Ren first, and if Ren says it's cool, we'll see what we can do. My man Malcolm says, do you blame Western media TV ladies for their body counts and maybe feel like they would do it anyway, so that conservative stigma is null and void? No, it's all about that Western mentality. If they're anything like the young ladies, if they try to replicate what these young ladies do on TV, it has everything to do with what they see on TV. So yeah, I'm agree with that one. I would not say it's everything, but the Western mentality definitely plays a very, very important role in why these women choose to act and do the things that they do. All right. Like I said, man, Doc is working overtime trying to get me a nice little young lady to join the stream, because I think it'd be fun. It would be, matter of fact, a long time ago, I did a interview with Donna Johnson. Shout out to Donna. I don't even think Donna does YouTube anymore, but I would love to reach out to her and see if she's on again. Not sure, but we shall see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's what we're going to do. You know what time it is. It's officially shout out time. So if you want to get your shout out before you leave, please feel free to leave your information in the chat, and I'll make sure I knock it out for you. So let me read these last comments real quick. Malcolm, I don't know if she's still on YouTube. She might make a video every now and again, but we've been there. We've done that one. So I want to try to get somebody new real quick. But she's awesome, man. She's a great person, great personality. I think she's more concerned about being a mom now, so that's pretty good. My man John Sand says, Doc, how do Filipinos feel about intimacy before marriage? Of course, foreigners want intimacy before marriage. Filipinos want intimacy before marriage, too. Don't let them fool you with that conservative stuff. Yes, Filipinos are conservative, but they're open-minded to the idea of foreigners and what they want. They kind of know exactly what foreigners want, and most of them are willing to, meet you halfway. So, conservative or not, most of them will definitely be open to the idea of being with you. You just have to prove to them that you definitely plan on taking them seriously, and I think you shouldn't have a problem. The mean one is always going to be a perfect guest, but me and her can't be on a live stream together, man. We be going at it because we are hard on each other. You guys don't understand. But shout out to my boy SML. Appreciate you, my boy Malcolm. HT Logistics says most Filipinos aren't bad. Most Filipinos aren't bad. I just believe these men ain't. I just believe these men ain't. It's no good telling the truth about how they're meeting these scammers. Most of the time, these guys ain't worth anything at all. True. Yeah, John, they'll meet you halfway, bro. So shout out to my big brother HT. Love you guys. MD, appreciate you. Rain Man, Terry Edwards, Eddie Jackson, appreciate you showing love. Akeem James, I appreciate you being here, my dude. If you guys have anything to say, leave it down at the bottom. I'll make sure I take care of it. Fellow traveler, Jedi, appreciate the love and the support, man. Terry Edwards, my boy Sam Juan, appreciate the love and the topic for tonight's evening. I'm going to give you a shout out. John Chance, man, I appreciate you, family. Much love to you. You know what the game is like. Appreciate the support. Pissed off driver. Hope that I was able to put a smile on your face today. You ain't always got to be pissed off. Frederick Mason from the great state, North Kakalaki. Appreciate you coming through and showing love. My boy Jedi, I think I got you. My boy Malcolm. Thomas Love, I appreciate the support, family. Jedi, always, man. Much love to you. El Ghost, appreciate you being here. Anti-Gravity 74, the COO with the Bootaloo Incorporated. We got to bring that back. If I miss your name, just check it down at the bottom. I'll make sure I take care of that. DE, much love to you, family. Who else we got in the building? Damn, a lot of repeats. Okay, a lot of my people coming through. Rain Man, I know I got you. But Mr. Smith, I see you, family. Much love to you, bro. DE Raptor, my boy JD Orca. Much love to you. If I miss you, just leave your name down at the bottom. Mr. Anspach, Germany. I love Germany. I need to go there. Heard they like black guys. Is that true? Yes or no? I heard they really do. I really want to get that in. I am not fronting. Tell the pissed off driver to cheer up. We love him, man. Put a smile on your face, family. Ain't always got to be pissed off. My man, Super Kokujin. I love your name, bro. You got one of them like super samurai names. Shout out from the 916. My boy Tim H. Smooth Riffs. I see you guys, man. I'm making sure I'm touching everybody in the most inappropriate way humanly possible. That is the only way this is ever going to happen. If I don't touch everybody in the most inappropriate way, then I'm not doing my job. Not doing my job. A lot of repeats. Okay, so a lot of you guys. John Doe, I saw you earlier. You must have had some business to take care of. Pedro, appreciate you coming through. If I miss your name, leave it down at the bottom. I got you. I promise. Tom, appreciate you coming through. Shout out to you and the wife, Fredonia. She has a beautiful name, by the way. I think that name's awesome. If I miss anybody, come on. There's a lot of y'all came through in droves tonight, man. I appreciate you. Scott 56, man. Much love. I appreciate the support that you give the good doc, man. Alaskan Whiskey, I saw you, bro. Miss Philippine Blogs. I love the avatar. Thank you for that. Somebody tell pissed off driver to put a smile on that face. Daniel Tanner, appreciate you coming through. Jared is cool. Delvante, much love to you guys. Channel 19, my boy Derek Floyd. Much love to the homie Derek Floyd. Been down since day one. Got none but love from my brother. Quentin Willis, appreciate you. Hold on. Almost done. Reggie Dollars. And then, of course, my man, Mr. Smith. I know I called you twice. There was a couple of people that I missed up top. If I missed your name, apologies in advance, okay? Now I'm scrolling all the way back down. I got to make sure that everybody gets the love that they deserve. I'm going to get you. Just give me a minute. All right. So, all right, HT, bro. I'm gonna check you later, though, bro. I'm telling you, we gotta go hard on this live stream. I think like I said, if it ain't gonna be my boy, I'll put somebody else on, but we'll take care of it. My boy Terry Edwards says, Dr. Mike, don't forget you said I could promote my channel. Write me down in your appointment book. I told you, man. Let's get it in. I ain't forgot about you. You know, Doc ain't got nothing but time, man. Just hit me up. I got you. Hit me up in an email. Remind me. We can knock that out this week. It don't matter. Either way, we're going to make it happen, Captain. Jedi, much love to you. Akeem James, much love and respect. Malcolm, no, it don't include no lady boys, bro. Relax. John Chen says, Doc, see you in Davao in February. I'll be there for my birthday. Man, we gonna turn up for my boy's birthday. Shout out to the homie. DE, much love to your family. Malcolm back in January. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Doc's got to make some appointments, schedules in his book since a lot of y'all coming through. And I can't wait to be able to link up with you guys if that is what we all got intended to plan. God dang it. If that is what God's plan is, we're going to definitely link up. I'm telling you, let us not forget about the Dr. Mike TV tour. I want that to happen. I want that to be a real thing. Yeah, Car Hauler. Everybody trying to infiltrate Doc's area. I see that shit now, and it makes me very uncomfortable. Very, very. No, I'm playing. Nothing but love, man. Let that man enjoy himself. I'm telling you, Davao is still going to be my home. Y'all can't take it away from me. But just in case Davao gets to the point when I can't fuck with it anymore, I have another place that I could go where nobody's willing to go, so it's all good. All right? But again, guys, as we conclude, you got to test drive before you commit to that ride, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be honest. You got to know what you're getting yourself into. Make sure you stay healthy. Make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure that the young lady that you get with doesn't have an extreme body count. And if the body count don't matter to you, you know what that means to me? That you guys are definitely willing to overlook a couple of things. And there is nothing wrong with that. See, Rain Man, it still means the same backwards too, bruh. You keep playing with me. You keep trying to play that game. I don't like it. John Chan's probably a couple more times than twice. Huh? Yeah, gentlemen, for your safety, your sanctity, and for your peace of mind, test drive that ride. Again, this all started from a rumor. This whole live stream started from a rumor that I had heard that somebody was planning on making a decision about getting married before test driving that ride. And I was like, no. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. But a lot of people, no, he didn't spell it wrong. He think he funny. He spelled it backwards. I'm dyslexic, so I can read backwards too. So it still means the exact same thing. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it has been fun. It has been real. But if there's anything that we can learn from tonight's topic, if there's anything that we can learn from Rain Man, shut up. I told you I'm dyslexic, but I appreciate that. I think that's how we need to communicate from now on out. Anyways, like I said, it all started from a rumor. Do I believe it to be true? I hope it is not. But if it is true, holy hell. There's a lot that we could talk about it, but we ain't gonna speak on it because it ain't got nothing to do with me. But again, ladies and gentlemen, the way the game goes, Rain Man, rumor has it, my G. Rumor has it. It has been fun. Nah. Nah. Malcolm, Rain Man got it right. But anyways, there is nothing else I can say about that. Oh, rough. San Juan, I appreciate the love, my G. I don't know what to tell you, but again, you pray it's not true. I think that I'm wrong to hope that things fall through before it gets that far, or things are accomplished before it gets that far, or at least this is nothing more than a person making a statement to save face for the young lady, simply to keep everybody out of the loop of what is a personal situation between them and theirs. I'm praying for that, for my own peace of mind and sanctity. But again, we are definitely all about getting it in before we say I do. If you want to say I do. Most of you guys don't want to, but got to get it in before. Not after, nothing less. All right. John Chan says Ferrari or Cadillac. I'm a Cadillac guy to the day that I'm not into that international stuff. Cadillac for life, gentlemen. Actually, if I could get a Chevy Caprice, box Chevy Caprice, I would love that. I want that car that Denzel Washington had in Training Day. Whatever that car is, that's the one I want. Rain Man, you stupid, bro. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm officially out. Truly. Doc's gonna go. It has been fun. It has been real, but of course, the good Doc is officially out. At least Knuckle.
paalam, which means I'm going now. Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Mahal kita, mabuhay. Peace.